yeah, I thought it was about time to update everybody, seeing as I don't really share that much on my Instagram anymore. I would like to, I just lack prioritizing my time. So yeah, this is a bit of an update on the planners that I'm currently in between. You may have seen me play around with A5, Pocket Plus, personal, even disc agendas, but actually I think my heart is in the A6. So you may remember I used to use my Mulberry A6 a lot. My husband bought me this for our anniversary a couple of years back, and I wanted it for so long, and I'm so glad I got it because it's really hard to come by now. It frustrates me that Mulberry don't do more releases, but I guess it's not their priority, bags are. But I do love all their Mulberries. However, this is the only one that I own because I have a thing about the interiors of the Mulberries. A lot of the A6s that they do, the interior is always a bit of a funny colour. So it's either like an oxblood, and I am not into oxblood, or like a red or a garish pink or some bright neon green, and all of those are just not my thing. So I haven't actually bought any others when they do release different colours, but yeah. So I've had this one pretty much from new, and as you can see, it's got a bit of wear and tear, which I love because that's me. I have done that, and that's just its use. I have used this planner so much, and it has been all around the world with me. So yeah, I will never get rid of this planner. It's my piece for life. I did just get a new planner. This is a custom Vanderspek. It's an A6, and I've had a few custom specs done, so I went for the larger clasp. I think they call this the chunky clasp, not the A4 clasp, it's a chunky clasp. Because I don't like it too big, but I also don't like it too small. I love that this is like a classic planner look, whereas the Mulberry is very Mulberry with the postman lock, which is iconic. So yeah, that actually looks really good on this planner. So anyway, the other customs that I had were the squared corners and 2 pen loops, and the reason for that is because I always carry 2 pens around with me. So obviously I carry my normal black gel ink pen, and I also carry a highlighter around with me. This one is actually the one I'm using at the moment. As you can see, it's barely got any print left on the barrel, but this is actually the one that I have because this is a newer one. So it's 942, and it's like a really nice beige. And one thing that I do is I cut the end of the brush to make it dot like this. So I've got a large dot that side, and I have a small dot that side. I love that because actually it saves me having to buy stickers, and it's much quicker when you want to quickly put something in your planner than faffing around with stickers. I have faffed around with stickers, I still love them, but for this setup I have stopped using them. So you'll see within my planner there's a few stickers, but I just came away from using them and found that this was easier. So this is great. So both my pens can be put inside the planner. This is just a little bit tight at the moment. They're leather, so they will loosen up over time. And yeah, it fits really nice. Just a little overlap, but that's fine. I mean, the main thing is when I throw this in my bag, it's all together, and I don't need any other accessories with this planner. The one thing that I did forget to ask for, and Petra at Vanderspek did tell me that the leathers can be quite floppy on these Touch Me. And even though I have a stiffener in this planner, to me that's still too floppy. So I have this thick acetate. I think it's a thick plastic acetate, so thick that you cannot cut it with the machine, you have to hand cut it. And I just place that inside the inner pockets, both sides, the back and the front, just to give it a bit more stiffness. So I don't know if you can see, there's a slight squidgy line going down the middle of the planner, and that does really irk me, but yeah, I'm gonna get used to that. I think I'm gonna get used to that. I mean, I'm holding out that Mulberry will maybe bring a new season of planners out soon. At the moment, the UK, they've only got a bright pink in the A6, and it's a no for me. They did do the Mulberry in this kind of nudie colour, but I didn't like the interior, so I passed on purchasing it. Anyway, so let's get into my setup. I haven't done this in such a long time, guys, honestly. Okay, so obviously I'm not doing a voiceover this time either. So I can hope I've done it already. So I hope my brain stays on track. Right, so this setup for me, I have perfected it over the weeks, and I think I'm finally there, and I really want this to go into the new year with me as well. We'll see. Okay, so first of all, in the first pen loop, I have got a Uni-ball 1 0.38. I love a thin gel pen, I think we all do, and it's in black. This actually came with the same ink as the colour that's on the barrel, but I just changed it out for black. I actually bought a load of these with black ink, so I will take the barrel out and I'll pop it in here because I really like how it matches the planner. Yeah. And also my highlighter, which I've already gone into detail with you, is the Tombow 942. I don't know what it's called, but it's my favourite, and again, I buy loads of these so that if I ever run out, I've got another one, or if I lose it, which I have done lots of times. I don't think I've ever run one out, I think I always lose them. Anyway, so they belong there. And this planner, Vanderspek, are ever so slightly longer, wider than a standard A6. So you do get that extra amount of space for your pen, so your dividers aren't smashing up against it. So yeah, but you will see one of my dividers is actually bent because when I was in my A6, I just smudged it up against the pen. I make dividers. I could always go and make myself another one of those, but I can't be bothered, so I'm happy with it. Anyway, so the front of my planner, it has the standard Vanderspek setup, and I keep this little thing as well. Don't know what that's doing out. So in the front I have 4 task cards. I also sell these on my website, and they're all custom, so you get to choose your titles and you get to choose 4 tabs. And they are a white tab with a transparent background, and they're page marker, so you can pop them anywhere in your planner. Everyone uses task cards differently, so each to their own. These are the tasks that I'll write over and over again throughout my planner, and actually sometimes it's better for me just to take the repetitive task off, put it on the front, and then it's the first thing I see. Or I was just looking for my phone to put it on my phone, but actually I'm recording with my phone, so baby brain. Anyway, so that's how I use them. Then I don't have anything in this pocket. This is the clear acetate backing that I'm using to make my planner a bit stiffer. So I don't keep anything in there. And then the back of the planner is again the standard Vanderspek setup, and I don't keep anything in there. Sometimes this card goes in there. It's just a bullet journal card that I think I got from a friend. So I keep that there. And I also have these task cards. This task card with page tabs with symbols on, and I will mark certain things in my planner depending on what I'm working on. So for example, right now, you'll see I have got a weight tab, and that will go straight to my weight log, which I'm not going to show you. But if I'm on something, like I'm working on something, then that's what I like to mark the pages out for. So I have a clear acetate front dash to protect the pages, and I also have the same at the back. So the whole planner notebook section is acetated up. It's got a solid back when you want to write on something. This is one of the newest dashboards, which I am, hopefully by the time this video goes live, I will be selling. It's a matte semi-transparent dashboard. This is the agenda dashboard, which I'm currently selling on my website. These are all custom divider titles that I have got throughout my planner, and I made them myself just to section off all my divider sections. So and then I have a contents page. I really love having a contents page because sometimes I forget where I put things. So for example, inbox might cover a lot of different things, wellness might cover a lot of different things, projects might cover, and notes as well, like where did I put my pack lists. Then I can have a quick look down, I can see, oh, I've put it in my noted, so I can go to noted and find my pack lists. And this is actually a personal pack list that I made myself. This is one that I just use, it's a reoccurring pack list, and I've got 2 in there, so I can scribble all over them and then throw them away depending on what holiday I'm going on. So yeah, that's how I use my contents page. So it is used. So my first section is inbox, and there's my cover page. I have a big checklist inbox and then a small checklist inbox, followed by shopping guide. I actually used, I've forgotten her name now. I will tag her below because she actually has a freebie on her link, on her bio. And I just copied what she had written, but done it personally for me and what it is that I look for in each category. So that was really helpful. Then I have a wish list, and then that's it for my inbox. That is just the quick place to throw down things that are in my head, things that I need to do. Usually my planner lives in my walk-in wardrobe, which is really random, I know, but it's usually on the sideboard in a walk-in wardrobe, and that's where, if I'm like getting ready in the morning, I've got things on my head, or in the evening before I go to bed, then I would just write things down on my inbox. Then my next section is my agenda, which is actually the month overview. And I have a month on 2 pages for the year that we're in. So this is what it will look like. I have a clear tab divider which comes in and out. That's just for the month that we're currently on. And then at the back, at the end of the year, I also have next year, but month on 1 page, so that I can just write in appointments coming up and events. So that's really helpful. And then when next year comes, I will change this to a month on 2 page. And that's all I have in my agenda section. Then my next section is schedule. And this is actually a timed schedule. I made this myself and I do sell this on my website, but this is actually the week layout that works for me personally. I've tried lots and lots of different week layouts, but this one for me, I prefer for scheduling time and also memory keeping. So you can see this is what it looks like. And I've got a small section just here on the left just to write a few weekly to-dos. And there's a bit of space at the top so that I can just write things that don't actually need scheduling in the day. And this is just what works for me. I just really love it. So yeah, that's what that looks like. And the current week we're on. And then again, I have another clear tab divider to find the week we're on. So my 2 top dividers are month and current week. And they're not titled, I just know what they mean. And then I have two lower ones. One is to my period tracker, and then the other one is to online passwords, just references that I need to use when I'm like using certain things online. So it's not like that sensitive information, but I'm certainly not going to show it. Anyway, so the rest of the year is in here all the way to the end of December, and then when the year is up, I will print next year's and put it in. My next section is financials. So I have my financial section, and then I have got a financial reference, which I can't show you, but that is on the back of that page. I've made myself a financial routine. I'm going to fill this out. I've got a few pages in here of it because I know that I'm probably going to have to do a rough one first, because I think when I did use a financial routine, it really did help me keep on track with things. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna do after this video. Then I have financial snowballs. Now these are great because you can either track debt as you pay it off, or you can track saving goals. So I just have like the snowball name. So say for example, it's personal savings. So I would cross out debt, I'd write my goal, and then I would divide it up by percentage, and then as I get to that, then I can tick them off, and it's like a progress tracker, and it's actually really encouraging. So I'm hoping that this will help me, and I'm going to set this up again after this video. So these two, what I need to do. Then this tab goes to my passwords, so I can't show you that. Then okay, I'm gonna have to turn to this. So this is just a year overview for next year. Oh no, it's for 23. Is that right? So yeah, I have a year overview, and the idea for this is for me to put in all the dates that certain bills come out. Again, I'm going to do that after this video. Then my next section is projects with a nice smush divider tab. My cover section cover. So I've made these inserts projects, and I can list up to 8 projects. So I just thought it'd be nice just to have like a running idea of each project, because actually some projects don't need a full page, but ones that need a bit of brainstorming, I have made a page to do that with. Then I've made myself my own cleaning checklist. I thought this might actually help because I don't get a full day anymore to do cleaning. Now I'm a full-time mummy. I just thought maybe if I just had a few things that I did every day, then it might help me keep on top of things. So that is my plan, and that is why I've made this insert. Then my next section is wellness. I have a period tracker, which is just a year overview, and I use the thick dot, my highlighter, to dot the days that I'm on my period. Then I have a weight tracker, which is behind this insert. And then I also have next year's overview to carry on with my period tracker, and I will keep last year's in there so that I can keep a track on how many days my cycle's on, because you know when you have a baby things start to go awry. Then I've also got, it's very similar to my project insert, if I just find that. So exactly like my project insert, but this one has got goals, and it's actually got a 31-day tracker on each of those goals, which I thought might be a good idea. I could cross them off depending on what it is. Again, I'm going to fill that out later because I've got a few ideas of the goals that I want to put in there. And then last I have notes, and I actually do use this section. So as I showed you earlier, I have pack lists. And then I have some grid paper. It's really small grid paper, which I made myself, and I will brainstorm on these, and then I will put them in either projects or wellness or finances. And I actually do have one in finances, I just couldn't show you because it's got lots of personal information on. but that's what I use the note paper for. So it gets used and then it gets put into its respective section. And that is literally the end. That is the end of my setup. So yeah, I'm still torn as to whether I want to go back into my mulberry. Dog's barking. The postman came, so I had to pause it there. But anyway, so that is my setup. Yeah, the end.